Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. Today is Friday, and we have a special entertainment report. I have some lovely guests in the room, in the green room, that's waiting to come on. And I'm so excited to hear what they have to talk about. So, the first thing I want to do is introduce myself. I'm Dr. Ron, for those that don't know. And I have to give a shout out each and every time that I go live. And my shout out is to my mentor. I talk about my mentor because he has been such a blessing to both me and my family, as well as I have been a blessing to him and his family. And one of the reasons why I talk about my mentor as much as I do is because I want people to know the value of a mentor. A mentor is invaluable. You need to find somebody that you can trust and allow them to be a mentor for you and your family. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You need to find a mentor, someone that you can trust, and you want them to be the mentor for you and your family. Okay. So that is the reason why I talk about Dr. Hunt as much as I do. And then I want you to get a show, and then I want you to shout your mentor out every chance you get. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is bring in my special guest for today. I would like to welcome to the show Mr. Keith Johnson. Welcome to the show, my brother.
How you doing today?
Man, I am blessed and highly favored. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Sitting out chilling on
I
the show,
see.
feeling
Man,
good.
beautiful scenery out there, man. I love it. I love it.
Thank
Yep.
you.
And then second, I'd like to bring in Miss Sherry. Hello, Miss Sherry.
Hello there. How are you?
Look, I am blessed and highly favored. Okay. So how you doing?
I'm It's an honor and a privilege to be on this show with you today. I'm so excited about the incredible information that everybody is going to have an opportunity to receive.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. Well, let me give everybody a little background story here. First of all, Miss Sherry called me up and said that I got somebody you need to meet. And I said, okay, I'll take that under consideration. And then she came back and she said, I got even a better idea. I want to bring him on your show. And I said, we can make that happen. That's not a problem. We can bring people on this show. And I said, the only problem, real problem, is if I bring her on my other show, my dates are not open until, almost Christmas. So she said, well, what about that Street News Now thing you do? And I said, we can do that. We can create a show, as often as we like. So Miss Sherry is responsible, y'all. I'm gonna put the blame where it's squarely due. Miss Sherry, she did it. Okay. So Miss Sherry arranged for Keith and myself to come together and have this opportunity to share. So ladies first, Miss Sherry, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I live in Maryland, Hyattsville, Maryland, and I've been in the entrepreneurial spectrum for quite a long time. Always been looking for something that I could participate in that would really do everything it said it's going to do. So I've gone through quite a number of programs. Unfortunately, didn't have the outcome that we expected to have. But my friend Ron Harden out of California, I was there for a family reunion this July. And he introduced me to this program. He gave me a book. I looked at the video, and then, he just shared with me
Miss
all of the
Sherry,
ends.
Miss
Yes.
Sherry. I said, talk
Mhm.
about yourself. I didn't say nothing about the program. Who are you? What do you do?
Oh,
Do you work? Are you retired? Are you a housewife? I mean, let's talk about you. We'll get into that other stuff.
okay. Okay. No, I'm not married. And I guess I'm kind of sort of retired, but I help
Okay.
take care of my grands. So I don't see any retirement there because they keep me busy 24/7. And I love working with people. I'm a people person, and I just love helping everybody that I can. And
Okay.
that's about who I am as an individual.
Okay. Well, good. Thank you. Now that we got you back on track. All right. So, Keith, you want to tell us about yourself, sir, so people know who they looking at and talking, listening to?
Yeah, my name is Keith Johnson. I'm CEO of Dreamation EFX Studios. We do children's entertainment, STEM training, STEM centers, and economic development.
Okay.
And I live in Los Angeles, California. I like to chill, married. I have a bunch of children, and they're all doing good. And I'm just excited about being on the show.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you coming on, being with us on today. So I like the fact that you out there in Los Angeles, California with a bunch of children. So now that we know who you all are, so I guess we can go back to where Miss Sherry started to go, talking about she went to a family reunion in California and her cousin turned her on to this whatever this opportunity is. So let's go back to that now.
Well, that was my dear friend Ronald Hardin, not my
Okay.
cousin.
Okay. You see,
And
I went to public school, so I don't hear too good.
it's okay. When I got there, I let him know I was in town. He told me he was going to come and get me and take me out, which he did. And while we were out, he started sharing with me this awesome, incredible opportunity, Dreamation, EFX Studios, in terms of becoming an executive producer, producing children's movies. And so that was something that I was interested in. And I took a look at it and loved it. The first time I saw it, I'm like, I'm in. And so I've been in for a moment, and I share with a lot of people because I believe it's an awesome opportunity to help individuals stop living from paycheck to paycheck and really get involved in something that can truly help them actually obtain financial security. That's the part about it that I love the most. You can obtain financial security here. All you have to do is jump on board and let the program work for you.
There it
Okay.
is.
All right. So she did your pitch for you, huh?
Hey.
All right. It was nice seeing you all. We're gonna leave now.
Yeah, if I had her hands, I'd cut mine off. Yeah.
What is this opportunity that Miss Sherry is so excited about, Keith?
Well, what it is I had a friend. Um, I'm not going to call him by name, but he was, years ago, I started my company and I had opened it up at a penny a share. And he was like, that ain't going nowhere. And then years later, we were up to a dime. And then later on, 10, 15 years later, we hovering around $1 or so. And he said, he was actually in the hospital and he called me. And he said, Keith, a long time ago, you started off with this and you went to here and you went to here. And I thought you were crazy. He said, now I'm in the hospital. I don't think I'm going to make it. And the retirement that I thought I was going to have is not there. I don't have enough to invest and I don't have enough time. And I should have invested when I had the opportunity. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, wow, And so I started really looking into it. And what I did is I created a program where I wanted to make 1,000 millionaires, kind of along the lines of Andrew Carnegie. Mm-hmm. And with this intellectual property, it creates opportunities that we're not often offered. Now, one of the things that I used to do is I used to do hip hop and R&B, and I had a couple acts, and I was trying to figure out how Puff Daddy and Jay-Z made $300 million. And I turned the page, and there was a picture of Barney, and it said Barney made $12 billion. And I thought to myself, nah, this can't be right. Barney, $12 billion? Give me a break. I did my research. Barney made $12 billion. Dora the Explorer was making $8 billion. Elmo was making $4 billion. The Teletubbies was making $2 billion, and so on and so on and so on. And so I gave the guys all the master tapes, all their costumes and everything. They said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going into children's entertainment. You know, Barney made $1 billion. I could beat Barney. So I started putting it together, and I got some costumes. We started doing live shows and birthday parties, and you know, people kept asking for treats. And so I took some puff rice, put some cinnamon on it, and some other stuff, and we called it Puffin' Crunch. And then we made a song, and the song kind of went like this: Puffin' Crunch with purple punch, a ooey gooey treat right after lunch. Sticky and gooey and oh so chewy. We really chop it down while we're watching movies. Mom holds the jug all day. She pours. We run to the kitchen to get some more. So the children would dance. Then we started making music, and it went on and on and on and on. And it graduated to more serious things: products, shoes, clothing, ice creams, ice cream trucks, you know. And so the ultimate goal is to do a feature film featuring the characters, and we figure we can do $2.5 billion with the feature film, and we could do $15 billion in merchandise.
Okay.
Now, I know those numbers sound crazy, but if you were to Google the 25 highest grossing franchises, you'll find out that Pokemon did $92 billion. And Hello Kitty did $82 billion. That's a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
And see, we don't see, and I'm not talking bad about them. I'm just saying, I've never heard of the Pokemon scholarship. I've never heard of the Hello Kitty scholarship. And I don't see them going and donating to the YMCAs in our communities. And so, you know, that's not for them to do. Take your money, go back to Japan, go back to China. That's cool. That's what you do. And so we have a responsibility to ourselves. And so at we figure we could do 17.5 billion somewhere between 2 years after the feature film drop and over the life of the product. And 1,000 executive producers at $1 million each is $1 billion of 15. And so that's right there is the general idea and the format that we're operating on.
So let me slow you down a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So you started out in hip hop.
Yes.
Okay. Any artists that you can name that anybody might have heard of?
No.
Okay. So with that hip hop background, you came up with a children's jingle, you know, that you used for a mushroom. Well, not I'm going to say mushroom, marshmallow treat, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But see, we what we did is we used the drums and the tracks and the rhythms of traditional hip hop.
Okay.
Cleaned it up, and we call it skip hop.
Okay.
Clean, you know.
Okay.
And I was trying to cue up a couple things, but I may be able to get a song to play or something like that,
Okay.
and
All
you'll
right.
have some kind of idea.
Okay. So now, and then you also created other merchandising
Yes,
around the animated characters that you had people dressed up as going to birthday parties and stuff, right? Is that
correct.
I'm getting the picture now? So you serviced primarily the California area, or were you going coast to coast with these animated characters?
Actually, we started in New Orleans after Katrina,
Okay.
and we were giving away CDs and books and stuff like that because it was, you know, it was pretty bad after the
Yeah,
storm,
absolutely. Yeah.
and you know, it was like reconstruction for real.
Right.
And then we went from there to Houston, and
Okay.
then from Houston back to LA. So now, you know, we're nationwide. We have a program that was designed for people who didn't have enough to retire,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because quite often, you know, we may have 3 or 5 thousand, $12,000 saved for retirement, and that's not enough. And
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to take your whole 12,000 and put that into something and lose it, then you really wiped out.
Right.
So we created a program where you could take $1,000 and put it in, get an executive producer slot, and that comes with a license to use our characters. And you can adapt those characters to shoes or hats, t-shirts, and I should have put some of the gear on, you know, had I been thinking about it, and just different forms of merchandise that they can sell. And for the first year, they pay no licensing, no royalty fees.
Okay. So I feel like we need to give people a little definition right now what an executive producer, really is.
Yes. To qualify as an executive producer, the most important thing is to read the script of the first
Mhm.
birthday party. Because how can you be an executive producer on a feature film and you never read the script? It's not
Mhm.
possible. And so it's also, when I say economic development, it's also a training where people can learn to get into the film and television industries from grassroots.
Mhm.
You know, the best way to learn to drive is at least sit in the car and watch mom do it, you know,
Yeah.
and then get behind the wheel. You have to have some kind of idea. And so as we go through this journey, we let them know about the contracts. We let them know where we are in negotiations. We let them know about the new products. We let them know about the books and import, export, shipping, and how to track the ships and different things like that. And so it's quite educational, but at the same time, there's an economic development component to it where upon funding, the funding goal is $300 million for the feature film and the marketing. The marketing budget is looks to be like right around $150 million, and a
Mhm.
portion of that is going to be used to generate more merchandise and ice cream trucks and other products to be sold in advance of the feature film.
Okay. So I have to ask this question. Is it a considered an independent film, or will this be a joint project with one of the I'm finna get in trouble now.
Majors.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jewish, companies that are out there controlling everything. But you said majors. Okay, that's safe. Because I don't care about getting in trouble.
Right, 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 right.
So is it independent or is it tied to
Right now, it's independent,
okay,
and you know, uh, we have a plan for distribution if we do it ourselves, and that's
okay.
global distribution. You know, one of the things is distribution is changing, and
Hmm.
so you don't have to be a large institution to get your product out.
No.
And so we've taken a lot of notes on that just in case. But distribution has its advantages and its disadvantages. You know, one, you don't have to worry about it, no headaches, but you're going to lose probably 50 to 70%. You know, you may have to share in the merchandise, which is not really a problem. You know, when you start talking about the numbers, and the good thing is when I share the numbers with the major film companies, nobody flinch, nobody flex, nobody say that's not possible because they know the numbers are real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you look at Barbie. You know, I was telling the executive producers on one of the calls, watch Barbie, not to watch the movie, but watch the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I explained to them, you know, I said in advance it's gonna crack $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Right about 30 days, Barbie cracked $1 billion
Mm-hmm.
global. You know, right now it's about 1.3, 1.4 billion. The film cost 295. Where do you know where you can make a film for $295 million and then get $1 billion back?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just paid for your movie with the first $300 million, and now you got $1 billion back. Come on.
Yeah.
The film industry.
Yeah, it's always been that way. That's why
Yeah.
that's why the majors have kept a tight lid on it. You know, they've kept a very tight lid on it for decades. You know, going all the way back to black exploitation films. They have always, you know, they'll make a movie about you and for you and make it as buffoonish as possible because they know they're gonna get paid. You know, every dollar that comes in, they got it. You know, so I'm assuming.
But you know what the rules say, right?
What's the rules say?
The rules say hate the game and not the players.
Oh man, look, look. Let me just say this. I've been in the entertainment industry for 50 plus years. It ain't a game that I haven't played yet. Okay.
I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah.
I can sit back and I could be saying, you know, Universal did this and DreamWorks did that, or I can get out there and compete.
Absolutely.
And I'm not, you know, I'm not afraid, you know, when we share some of the images, you know, the ice cream truck, I'm gonna give you a quick story.
Okay.
So
So hold on, hold on. 'Cause I gotta ask this question now. When you start producing this film, are you planning on using artificial intelligence? Because I understand now that is the greatest thing since melted butter on a lot of projects that are coming forth now.
yes.
They say that was quick and straight to the point.
Hey, but you know what the difference is?
What's that?
The difference is I recognize why people are striking.
Mm-hmm.
As a film company, I'm not going to go too deep into it because, you know, the side of the fence that I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I can say is we have a retirement plan for our executive producers. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm not going to get into that fight because it's not my fight. It's something that I recognized a long time ago. But the money that I'm pointing out is leaving the country.
Mm-hmm.
So, when we talk about economic development, a lot of times, you know, they start somehow it always um, turns into housing and supplemental income.
Mm-hmm.
No, economic development is money.
Mm-hmm.
How do you put the money into the hands of the masses, the multitudes? How do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
And so by creating this program, you know, 1,000 executive producers generated $1 million, $1,000 a lot. Take that, turn it into the film project. An executive producer is the one that put the money up to make the film, right? It's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. Who said you won't have to have one of them or five of them or six? You know, you can have as many as you want. Get the job done. Don't worry about the cow being poor or slow. Just get the milk.
Mm-hmm.
Do the job. Fill the jug.
Mm-hmm.
Sell the container.
Yep, I got you. So now the animated story itself is already been written. So now the part that you are pressing forward with are the production. I know you're in production on some of the merchant stuff. So now we can look at, you want to look at the first picture? You want to bring it up? The first
Yes, you can bring
picture?
that up. You can
Or
bring
you
that
want me to bring it up? Okay, let's go. No problem. The book, right?
Yeah, it makes it a whole lot easier for me.
Okay, no problem. And you said the birthday party was the first one, right?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. We're gonna do that. Y'all bear with me. We're gonna bring up the first animated story, which is called The First Birthday Party. Y'all see
Yes,
that?
sir.
Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Yes, I can see it.
The
Okay.
first birthday party features a group of wacky dinosaurs that wants to put a birthday party for the little guy, the pterodactyl. His name is Archie. And there are some adversaries, and they do everything they can to stop the party from happening. And so Trudy, which is the purple one, she makes a cake out of mud, and the two adversaries steal the mud cake, and they run off. And once they get back to their little spot, they find out that it's mud and it's too late. The party is going down. And they invite all the dinosaurs from the land of Chuckle, Giggle, New, the land of new happiness.
Okay. All right. So I gotta ask this question. Where
Yeah,
where did you find this story? Or did you write this story yourself? Or how did you come in possession of it? How did you get the rights to it?
God, I was asked a question by one of my children, Dad, who had the first birthday party? And I had a greeting card that had these characters on it because I was doing greeting card, and I pointed and said they did. And he said, tell me the story. So I told him the story that night, and I said, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, and go to bed, right? So so the next day, he said, Dad, tell me the story again. So I'm telling the story, and I'm like, this happened, that happened, this happened, and then he said, wait. That's not what you said yesterday. You said this happened, then that happened, then that happened, and this happened.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe I need to take some notes and write this down so I can get my story straight.
Yeah, because kids love checking you. You
Yeah,
know,
man. So, and that's how the story of the first birthday party ever came about. And it's a very powerful intellectual property because no one had ever told a fictitious story of how the very first birthday party came about.
so
And I was
it was
offered
a
$5
gap.
million.
Wait a
Huh?
minute. So it was a gap in storytelling to children that you found out about and filled it.
There it is.
All right, I like that. Go ahead, keep
Yeah.
going. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So I created the story of how the very first birthday party ever came about. That is the equivalent to having a copyright on Santa Claus.
Man,
And
man.
that's why I was offered $5 million just for the title. No
Okay.
characters, none of that, just the title. And I turned it down.
5 million.
5 million.
See, if I was your friend,
No, if you was my mama. 'Cause
ah,
my mama saddled me up and rode me for about 5 years.
if I was your friend, I would have told you, that's $5 million, okay,
Mhm.
in your hand at the end of the day. And that's just the title. They ain't got nothing to do with no characters
Right?
or nothing. You could have came back with the second birthday party and did just as good.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just
That's
messing with
why.
you. Yeah,
That's why I got $300 million on the table to do this film. Now,
got
which
you.
one you want? Keep the
Yeah,
rights,
but
300 million
but I
or
had to
$5 million.
I'd have to ride in the car with mama on that one. 5 million is 5 million. Mama was looking at the fact that a bird in the hand is better than that bird in the bush.
Yeah.
You can still get 3 million because if it's for you, it's for you. But I'd have been like, Moms, what we got to do to make them take this 5 million. But anyway, no, you understand what I'm saying.
Well, you got to look at it like this.
Go ahead.
What you just asked me about the majors?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they low down dirty dogs. They always have been.
No, it's business.
Yeah, it is, but they
It's
still low
business.
down dirty dogs though.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
well, it's like, you seen some of the deals that's happened in the past where, a person gets 0.5% on their work, a half a penny per record, that kind of deals that they were doing, dogging people out back in the day. And so, you better read your paperwork and go slow. Take your time. Think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
And I totally understand that because I've seen so much of that happen
yes.
in history. I counsel young people even now, and I tell them if anybody offers you a 360 deal, tell them no. you know,
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
that's equivalent to what you're saying.
Yeah,
On the
it is.
you know,
That's it's with the technology we have today, you can pretty much do it yourself. You just got to be
exactly,
creative.
exactly. Well,
You know,
congratulations, man. I'm telling you, man. Because me and your mama would have been dead wrong.
hey, like I say, you got to think about it. $5 million by the time you split it up with the crew and give your mom something, what you have? What?
Yeah, I got
And
you.
then they take all the rights and you get nothing royalties down the line.
But they
That's
just
one of those
wanted
1960
the title. They didn't want the characters
You
though,
don't want
right?
the characters
They
because
just
the
want the
title,
title. Right.
listen, the first birthday party ever,
Ever. Right. I got it. I got it.
I don't care who you are. You can't predate that.
Yeah.
You can't come with a cow or a mouse and say this was the first birthday party. Nah, this went down with dinosaurs
Right.
in the
I got it.
enchanted land of Chuckle Giggle New. So
Man,
we
wait a
wanted
minute.
to.
Wait a minute. I gotta ask this question because it just came to my head, So I know your kids want to have some type of creative credit in this for you perfecting this story, right?
Oh, hey, now listen. My children are some
Uh-huh.
creative gangsters, okay?
Oh man.
Hey, hey, I brought something out that I'm going to share with you. And when you
Yes,
see
sir.
this, you're going to be amazed, okay? Okay, so we do board games, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Is that my cue to bring something else up?
No. I'm going to
Okay.
bring something up.
Okay.
Now, if you can see this right here,
Uh-huh.
this right here, let me see how to do this. I'm looking at the camera.
Yeah, you're doing good. We see some parts of we can't see
Okay.
it clearly, but we see the little spaces on the board. Yeah.
Right. Okay, my daughter did this, right?
Okay.
That's where all the foundational ideas come from. Pencil and paper. Now, let's really examine this, right? How much did this sheet of paper cost? Let's say this sheet of paper cost me, let's say $2 on the high end.
Okay.
Okay, a package of pens, okay, let's say $10. And my creative imagination and my children's imagination, you start making squares and circles and coming up with ideas and concepts, and we made we didn't make pure squares, we made them a different shape so we wouldn't infringe on anybody. You
Okay.
have to be thinking foresight, right?
Right.
So we turn this.
All right now.
Into this.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so you have to be creative. You can't be afraid. And you can't say you don't have enough money because all you need is $12.
Absolutely. I get it.
You know, one of my best inventions. I was going through some crazy stuff, ran out of money. Everybody was mad at me. And I asked God for one of them Hail Marys, right?
Uh-huh.
And I seen a postcard, and I thought I could put a magnet in there.
Mm-hmm.
I took 2 postcards, put a magnet in there, glued it together, trimmed the edges, and went and got a contract with Disney for a Mulan movie.
Okay.
And I patented it. So if you ever see a magnetic postcard out there, back in the 90s, I hold the patent to it.
All right now.
So I took $2.50, because I think the postcards was 99 cents each and the magnet was 50 cents, spray glued them together, and when it got $75,000.
Yeah. So you are really one of those true creative types.
Hey man, don't play
Yeah.
with it, stay with it.
There you go.
You know,
Yeah.
go hard, go strong, or go home.
All right. So now let me take this back down. Now, what was the other one that I needed to bring up
So the
right
next
away?
one, hold on, let me just say something about this right here.
Okay. All right.
So if you see, you know, when I first started, I didn't know how many books was written each year.
Mm-hmm.
And I told the investors, I'm gonna write an award-winning book and I'm gonna publish it in China.
Mm-hmm.
Now I didn't know what I was saying, you know. I don't know. I forgot they were communists, right? And I didn't know 1 million teachers every year write children books.
Okay.
I didn't know these things. I'm just talking. But guess what? You see that badge up there, Hollywood Book Festival? First place?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right in here.
I wrote the book and I got first place. It's an award-winning book.
Okay.
And it has an app in there. And you see the colors that we bring out in the characters?
Uh-huh.
Dynamic coloring.
Okay.
So, the prequel to this book, and you could bring up the next one, Welcome to Chuckle Giggle New. One more. There we go.
Okay.
So that's Welcome to Chuckle Giggle New.
Okay.
And that right there is Trudy and Mugo, one of the characters. We got like 2,000 characters.
Okay.
And it's about transportation science. That's the subset and then the STEM element. You know, whether you're taking the train or whether you're taking a plane or a ship or, you know, whatever, it really just comes down to transportation. And I really enjoyed doing this book, Welcome to Chuckle Giggle New, because it also tells how the Trudy got to that place traveling with her mom. Let me see if I can open this one real quick.
So I see that this train got a candy car.
Oh yeah.
Is that the appeal that your kids put in there, or is that something you added on your own?
Hey, if it's gonna be eye candy, you better make it look like some eye candy. Is that eye candy?
I know that's right, brother.
Hey, this book is off the chain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you. So so this is all the characters coming over. And that's another form of transportation.
Okay.
And they're seeing different creatures in the sea, you know.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna show you another place, and you see here, if you can see this, we have names for. Let me do it this way. You see how all those characters it have their names,
Yeah.
and so small children can start with the names,
Gotcha.
and they'll remember the character and remember the character's name, and so it's an early stage of uh, learning to read,
Gotcha.
and then we create
So
characters
so speaking of that, what would you say your books are? What age group that they're geared towards?
from 0 to 99.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and then we create characters like this right here.
Okay.
Now this is a one-eyed beaver tooth quoctopus.
Okay.
Now, why is it a quoctopus? Because he only have 4 arms.
Okay. So you can't get in trouble with National Geographic with that one.
Hey, or anybody else. And
Right.
I'll show you this right here. This is my favorite place in the whole planet. It's a place called Monkey Skull Gorge.
Okay.
And this is going to be in our theme parks and in our indoor theme parks, and eventually large canyons. It's going to look like this.
Okay.
Like that.
All right.
So that's Monkey Skull Gorge, right?
Okay.
So there's a song that goes with that. And the song goes kind of like this. It says, be very careful and don't you fall. It's the spookiest place we know of all. It echoes like monkeys, it's very deep. A party pooper once fell 1,000 feet. Green rocks and trees line the very edge of a canyon so deep it goes off the scales. So grab all your vines and bring one more. We're going on a trip across the Monkey Skull Gorge. Okay. Now.
So wait a minute. Hold on. Don't be going too fast. So how long ago did you write all this stuff?
This has been a 30-year venture.
Okay. And you still remember all this stuff?
Man, come on. This is what I do. Hey, you heard me say it. Now watch this. That right there, it takes 5 people to do that song.
Okay.
Because it's 5 different characters at once singing it. But I'm going to do all 5 characters for you right now.
Uh-oh.
It's a little difficult for me, but I'm going to get it. Let me just get in the character, okay?
Uh-huh.
Hold on. First, I got to turn my hat back.
All right now. He's in character now.
Okay. Be very careful and don't you fall. It's the spookiest place we know of all. It echoes like monkeys, is very deep. A party pooper once fell 1,000 feet. Green rocks and trees line the very edge of a canyon so deep it goes off the scales.
Man. So I already know that you're doing all the voices of all the characters.
I'm not.
Yeah.
We have a crew. And the crew ain't playing.
I see.
Yeah, man.
Look.
Like I say, go hard, go stronger, go home, right?
I know that's right. Well, look, I got to speed you up a little bit. We only got like about 15 more minutes. So what other picture do I need to show so that we can get to the final parts of this?
So that's the surprise party.
Okay.
And we have a total of 10 books that we plan on doing. 10 books, 10 movies, and all of them are STEM based. And we're just very excited about our progress. That one don't have a badge yet because we haven't put it into competition.
Okay.
This right here is the Miami Book Festival.
Okay.
I was the featured writer there.
Okay.
And did the book signing and all of that. It was a great event. And, they do a little spread on me, about 4, 5, 6 pages in there. and it's a great article, you know.
Okay. All right.
And then what we have behind
this,
there, I think
we
we
saw
have.
this one. We saw this one already. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back the other way. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Do you have an
Yeah.
ice cream truck?
Okay, hold on. Let me get out of this one. Y'all hold on. I gotta go out of this one and go into the other one. Close. Let's go back. That's all of the same. Ice cream. There we go.
Yeah. So, so I was told, what did he tell me? They said, Keith, you know, because I named all the majors too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, entertainment, theme parks. I named everybody.
Okay.
And they said, Keith, I see that you had, you know, the large theme house park that has the mouse on there. You gonna compete with them? And I said, kind of, yeah, kind of, no. And they say, what do you mean by that? I say, well, their whole goal is to keep people behind that fence in Anaheim or that fence over in Orlando. And, you know, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, they can have that. I want to put an ice cream truck with our characters, with a different character on each truck, on every corner on this planet. And you should have saw the look on their face.
Mm. Wow.
And that ice cream truck sells merchandise, ice cream,
Everything.
You can get a franchise from that ice cream truck. You can license merchandise from that ice cream truck, and everybody's making money. Job creation.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is a friend of you all. He says, what's up, G?
Hey, if it ain't a friend now, it is a friend. If it wasn't a friend before, it's a friend now, right?
I got you. Yeah.
Is that Bush one?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's Reggie Bush.
Bush
Oh,
1G.
that's CH. No, that's CH.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. So next picture coming up is game board, party time game board. That's the one you just showed us.
Yeah, now you see how it went from this.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that.
To a full-fledged game.
To a styrofoam board.
Right.
Print it. You can get this done at Kinko's. To what you're looking at right now.
Absolutely. I see it. I see it. Okay. Let's come out of this. Come out of that. Let's see what else we can bring up right quick. You know, y'all gotta understand this is primitive technology here for me, because I ain't used to bringing up slides. I make people bring up their own slides. I ain't gonna be able to open up none of this. I already know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's gonna be password protected.
Yeah, well, we all right, you know.
Okay.
All right. Somebody might cancel down the line, and I might be able to come back on and actually have my stuff together, right?
Okay. All right. Well, look, this is what I want to do. We got about 10 minutes left.
Yep.
To wind down. And I want to give you an opportunity, because you've given us a very beautiful overview of what all you have done up to this point in time over the last 30 years. And, you know, you've even described how you're entertaining, bringing in executive producers to help turn them into millionaires.
Correct.
Okay. And Sherry, she jumped the gun earlier and said, yeah, I'm going to be one. You know, she jumped out there out the parachute without the parachute. Like, I'm finna be a millionaire. I don't need no parachute, you know.
Hey, yeah.
So before we go any further, Sherry, did you have a question that you wanted Keith to clear up before we go any further?
Well, I don't know, Keith, did you want to share with individuals in terms of if they wanted to become executive producers? What is the company offering at this point?
Well, we're coming to a close on that program. We went over 1,000 executive producers, and that is the plan was $1,000, a $25,000 bonus on the closing of the funding, major funding, and $1 million on the back end from the merchandise. So, that right there is we kind of set it up as an alternative retirement plan. We feel that we should be in position within 5 years. Everything runs smooth. We had some delays with COVID and all that kind of stuff, but it happens.
Right.
So,
so since that came to an end, what are you looking to open up that people might want to try and take advantage of? Because everything I've seen so far is very impressive. I told Sherry, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen a whole lot of stuff happen, and this is my first time. So, Keith and I didn't have cocktails before the show started. So I just met him for the first time.
correct.
So I don't know what he has available and what he doesn't have available, but I want to encourage you to do two things. First of all, I want you to tell them where they can find you to get direct information from you or Sherry, and talk about this in detail, what they can do to help further the project along, or get in where they can fit in,
Yeah. Well, Sherry, is it possible that you can share your information? Oh, look at her face.
I don't have a problem sharing my information for people who want to get in touch with me.
Yeah, like he was saying, and then also I can give them the website, and the website is, I'm going to say it, then I'm going to spell it. Oh.
Okay, but one quick thing that I want to ask. I know we're coming to an end for the executive producers positions being 1,000. I just wanted to ask if we have some people on this within this show right now. Would you still, because they joined and they came on board?
If they're on this show, we can work something out. Let me just say it right here real quick. I'm gonna hold this up. The website is chucklegigglenew.com. All together, no spaces. Chuckle Giggle New, Land of New Happiness.com.
And we lost Sherry. I don't know where she went.
She went to Chuckle Giggle New.
You started talking about giving up her information. She's like, oh, gotta go. But yes, definitely. If the website,
let me see if I have a website. Come on, Keith. Email.
Can you guys hear?
Yeah, there you are. You're back now.
Yeah, for some reason. Okay, but what I wanted to do for anyone that is interested, they can just text me. I'll give my number.
Okay.
909-450-7658. Just text me. Let me know that you're interested, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. Sounds good. Say it again. Say your number again.
909-450-7658. That's for Sherry OJUDD.
Okay. All right. So now we got about 5 minutes left in the broadcast, and I'm gonna throw it to ladies first. Once again, what would you like to leave with the people before the show is, at the end of the show, Sherry? What'd you like to leave with the people?
I would like to leave with everyone that has listened in they can see how thorough and professional this program has been birthed. Hopefully, they will see the integrity of the owner. That would be Mr. Keith Johnson. And hopefully, they would have enough faith in themselves to take a chance and join in with us because of what we're striving to do to cause people to become millionaires and bring themselves out of poverty. That is such a good that's such a good thing to do. And so I just would like to encourage everyone, come join in with us, help us make it happen, because together we can do everything. What does that word teamwork says? Together, everyone achieves more. So
Yes.
where there is unity, you know what I'm saying? There's power in unity. So join in with us. We would love to have you come on board.
Yes. Let me say one other thing that's really important. We're offering a license to use our characters, these characters, because it's a lot of people that want to make shoes and hats and all that kind of stuff, and they don't have any art.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you get your art. And so not only do you get the $1 million on the back end, not only do you get the bonus, you get to use the art. And then if you want to do an indoor theme park, that's the drawings for the indoor theme park is one of the ones that you couldn't open. But hopefully, sometime in the future, maybe you might have a cancellation or something like that, and you'll bring old brother Johnson back.
Hey man, I ain't scared of you. I'll bring you back.
You ain't scared.
I ain't scared. All right. So that being said, what would you like to leave with the people before you leave today, Mr. Johnson?
Love, joy, peace, and happiness. Never give up. Never quit. Winners never quit, and quitters never win.
All right. Now, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you both for coming on Street News Now and talking to us about your visions and dreams and opportunities that you have. This is what Street News is all about, trying to bring information to people that they don't even know exist.
Right.
And this is something that I'm always been about and I'm going to continue to be about. So once again, I thank both of you all for coming on and sharing with us and letting us know what's going on out there in the world. So thank you once again for coming on.
Thank you.
It was my pleasure. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Always.
You got all these slogans, boy. I tell you. Look, I'm going to ask you guys to stay in the green room for a minute. And I'm going to end the show. So don't go nowhere. I'm going to come right back to you. All right. So just stay right there. I want to thank all of you for tuning in and being a part of what we do over here on Street News Now. So please subscribe, like, and share. Please take this information, send it around all over the world, let people know about where you heard it at, what's going on. Please subscribe, like, and share. This has been a Street News Now entertainment special report. So we're going to end this for tonight, and I look forward to seeing you guys again real soon. Take care. Be safe. Love you guys. Be blessed.